Sir Clive was overjoyed when he came to know that the same iconic Eden Gardens is calling
It
him.
is a marvelous opportunity for me to return to Kolkata and Eden Gardens. I have great memories here of this ground, and I've had one or two dicey moments, I presume. I think the point about it here is that the people in Calcutta just love sports, and they love cricketers, and they, as a West Indian, we've always had the love shown to us by the people of Calcutta, and I will always have great memories of this place, and I'm sure we have a lot of our ex-players who've been here, and it's wonderful to see what it looks like now. I'm sorry I'm not here early in the day, so I could have admired it a little bit more, but I've always said that the people of India, they make you feel that you're playing the right game, because they love cricketers, they love West Indians, and they make you feel so happy. They treat you with awe and respect. So I have the greatest respect for Indians, the Indian public, because I've said before, and I'm saying it again, I have great memories of this country. I have a great affinity with the Indians. I started my Test cricket here, my Test career here. My first captaincy started here. I've got my highest score in India. I won my first series in India, so I have a great love for this place. So nobody can tell me that if I loved India. I do, and I have good reasons for doing so. So thank you very much for everything you've done for me and the team, because West Indians love playing here. Most of our great players started here in India, and so they have a great affinity with the place too. Thank you.
There cannot be a better certificate about Eden Gardens, what we have just heard from Sir Clive. Sir Clive, may I ask you a question that, how could you become a good captain, a better captain, and the best captain, although you did not even lead the Guyana side before playing for West Indies?
Well, the only team I captained was my high school, so I never captained my country before I became captain of the West Indies. And I think it's complexion. We played with them, and eventually, things changed. A lot more of our players who were of black, Indians, Portuguese. We even had a Chinese guy who played for the West Indies. Good. So that things changed quite a lot, and it took some time. And it was for the better. There's no doubt about that. But where captaincy was concerned, I said it is very difficult for a West Indian, because you have to get all those people trying to play together, be professional in every aspect of the game. So winning too was important to us, not only because we wanted to win. I remember in 1973 when Rohan Kanai was captain. We got to England, and for some reason we got £50,000 for the tour, the 3-month tour, which in those days was not a lot of money. And then we did ask for some more money, but then they said, well, you hadn't won a test match for 21 test matches, so we couldn't give you, any more money. So then I realized, because I was a senior player then, that winning was important to us, not only for the sake of winning, but then you would be able to command a lot more of the money that you should get. And then in the same 1973, VAT came in. So we had to pay VAT in that 40,000. So we even got less. And it went on for a while until we started to win and win convincingly. And when we became world champions, it's obvious that you can command a better fee. So really and truly, we had an uphill task, but it's one that we respected and we understood what was needed. Winning was important, and we won. We have a lot of records that we should be proud of. If you, at one stage, if you were 17 years old, you would not have seen the West Indies lose. We have 5 million people, we won 6 World Cups. We played 29 test matches without losing. We won 11 straight test matches. So the point is that we have a lot to be proud of for a small nation.
Yeah. How difficult was it to control Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards? Was he a tough guy?
Well, it's obvious that you have guys there, but it's to respect. They knew that if they saw me slightly annoyed, that they've overstepped the line. And that's why I'm saying, I told them that, if you don't respect me, respect my position. And they did both, really. And I don't think we got into any particular problems with anybody. We might have been aggressive, but not nasty. We were always kind to people. I remember in 80 odd, we played in India, in Adelaide. We won the test match, and we won the test series for the first time in Australia. And all our players lined up, hundreds of youngsters, and signed every autograph after they just won a test match and a test series for the first time. So that was discipline, and that was respect for the opposition.
Did you have any problem in imposing that discipline into the team?
No, I learned from the other captains that I had. We didn't have a lot of curfews and so on, but I thought that a curfew was important, because if you play in the hot sun, we never encountered sun here like here in Australia. So you need to rest. You need to get enough rest and so on. So we had a curfew, not to say that you're regimental or whatever, but it was a discipline that you had to have with your players. You want players to bat long and bowl for long periods, you had to be fit. And if you came in late and you had a roommate, it wasn't fair for that roommate to be disturbed, because he might not go back to sleep, he might have to bat next morning. So it is just being a team person, yes, and having that sort of discipline. So it's not just because you had 4 fast bowlers. We never always had 4 fast bowlers. When we first came here, we had Lance Gibbs, and we had Arthur Barrett, 2 spinners, and 3 pacemen. So the point is that we worked our way up to certain situations. And as I said, discipline was important for our young players.
And are you surprised that the current generation of cricketers all over the world, they do not follow this amount of discipline so far? Will it hamper their progress of the nation and the team?
No, I think they realized that it's important to keep yourself fit. When you look at the amount of games that they have to play and how often they have to play, and I think the young players now realize that the shorter game is taking a lot out of you, and you have to get that sort of rest. You can be mentally tired and not know it. And that's why I think India might have sort of realized that, because some of the teams, they can feel about 2 or 3 top teams, and some guys are being rested. So that is not a bad thing, because you want to put your best team out there, and you don't want to put half-fit players on the field.
There was a lot of talk of, the pace battery of West Indies. I mean, so how could you control them? I mean, did you have any extra session with them, or they were good boys, they were listening to the captain, and they were performing accordingly?
Yes, I think they realized most of our players, we didn't change our team that much. Even the one days, our team was nearly like test match team, so we didn't have to do much in that respect. The team meetings were important. Guys knew exactly what they had to do, and we had a type of discipline that was needed for both types of cricket.
Okay. And do you think ICC in the right direction? That as far as they are trying to push all the countries to play more T20 games, and they are playing 2 test matches only, because say the case of West Indies, they are flying 12,000 miles to Australia and they are going to play only 2 test matches.
Yeah. I think there are a couple of things that the ICC are not doing properly, really. I think that 12,000 miles is a long way to go for 2 test matches. And then you have to play, you'd only get to play 2 4-day games before you play the test match. So if you have any youngsters, you can't blood a youngster. You can't say, well, I'll take two of our best players, young players, and blood them or 3 for that matter, to get that experience. It's not happening. I think we need to look at how we schedule our cricket and try and give our younger players a chance to improve and improve quickly. And that's something that I still want to see Test cricket. I don't know how you feel about it, but Test cricket needs to be looked at again, because it's too much one-day stuff. I don't mind the T20. I don't mind it at all. Players are being paid much better. They're getting a better living, and that's what we all look forward to. But still, I want to know what I've done in a test match. As I've said, T20 is an exhibition, and the test match is an examination. So it's not that I detest T20. I have no qualms about guys earning money where cricket is concerned. We've been the bridesmaids for years. So it's about time we moved up a step. And it has. And India has been forefront of that. And I thank them for what they've done. But still, I still think we need to play a few more test matches. It's either 3 test matches or 5, not 2 or 1. You can't play 1 test. It doesn't make sense. The other thing is that people might not think that I still think that the distribution of money where Test cricket is concerned could be improved. Because you have West Indies who've been in the ICC board for nearly 100 years. And we are getting the same money as Afghanistan, Bangladesh. Can't be right. I still think that we need either some better dispensation, because we have 14 islands. And to hold a board meeting, it costs us $70,000 US. Good. In England, they jump on a train, they get to London, and that's it. It's not costing them that much. And if you look at it, we have to fly everywhere in the West Indies. We can't go by boat or train or bus or car. So it is, as you would know, especially those who have traveled by plane, that you know that everything has gone up. So it is a strain on the West Indies at the moment. So I'm hoping that there's some special dispensation can be given to us, or the distribution of money could be a little better. Because if you are Manchester United, they don't get any more money than Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea. They get the same because they're playing in a league. Everybody's playing the same amount of time and games. And we play the same amount of hours with Test cricket is concerned. So this is a plea from me, just to try and see if they can change the system a little bit so that we can get a little bit more, so that our cricket can flourish, so we can look after our domestic stuff.
Great learning session is going on now. I would like to throw light on one issue. East Africa played in 1975. Where are they now? And what has ICC done to bring interest? They are saying that, it has to be a globalized game. But are they trying to do anything?
Well, the point is that I think the ICC is the cricketing body that we have to look up to. But we still should have people bringing certain things to the fore. We need everybody to have a certain amount of money so that they can improve their games. You can have better pavilions and better grounds and so on, and officials. They got to be paid much better too. So we need to have a nice little level playing field.
Next T20 World Cup to be played in West Indies and America. Do you think it's a good move to spread cricket in America?
I'm inviting you all. I'm sure you'd enjoy the spectacle. It's a great place to be, and we want to make you feel comfortable, because whenever we come around here, we do feel comfortable. We're in some of the best hotels. We are well looked after, and I think we owe it to look after you properly.
Very fantastic. Now, I would like to throw some bitter light that, BCCI has forgotten to invite Sir Clyde Lloyd, people like Kapil Dev, Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting was there as a commentator at the final in 2023 World Cup at Ahmedabad. But CAB, whenever they came to know, within 5 minutes, I got a letter from CAB signed by Snehashis Ganguly that yes, we would like to welcome him. So sir, I can only tell you, Calcutta loves you, Calcutta loves West Indies, Calcutta loves Brazil, and their brand of football and your brand of cricket is liked by all of us, and we are here to welcome you again and again and again. And if you have got any suggestion towards the building of cricket or building of stadium or something like that for Bengal, you are most welcome to send us, and I'm sure Snehashis will definitely reply to you. If you have got any specific planning, we will definitely try to follow. Am I right, Mr. Ganguly?
Cheers. Well, it's, as I said, I'm going to say it again, it's a real pleasure to be here. And I keep coming here, there's no doubt about that, because I love the place. And the people here are so friendly. You could, but where in India they're not friendly. They love cricket. And we feel comfortable playing cricket here, and I hope it continues.
Yeah.
From giants to the minnows, how do you dissect West Indies cricket, and where do you anticipate from here? So why is West Indies grappling with plummeting repute these days? Thank you.
Well, I don't have that much time, actually, but I'll try to see if I can praise here. Our cricket is set up at a sort of a low ebb at the moment. But we just beat England, so I suppose they've given them a bit of a lift. But people want to see us be consistent. Unfortunately, the one-day game has given us, the bit of a. I think it's hampered our cricket a little bit, where our youngsters now are earning so much money playing the shorter game that they're refusing to play for their country. And I find that strange in the sense that the Indians still want to play for India, Australia still want to play for Australia, Sri Lanka still want to play for Sri Lanka, Pakistan still want to play for Pakistan, and all the other countries. But for some reason, and we only have 5 million people from different walks of life. So if you train 30 people. It takes you about 3 years to be a test cricketer. So when you train those 30 people, and then you lose 15 or 10 of them, it's going to take you another 3 years to replenish that loss. So what is happening is that we're digging a hole to fill a hole. And I think that the ICC either have to do something seriously and say, if you refuse to play for your country, you can't play anywhere else. Because don't forget, if you are a member of United Football Club, and they're in a semi-final of the FA Cup, and you have two players who either have to go to the Africa Cup or wherever, if your country wants you to play, you have to go. Your country comes first, not your club. And I think we have to do something about that, because that's where we suffer. So when every time we go somewhere, we play a lot of young players, we don't have those senior players that we should have, which can blend and give the young players that little extra that is needed. So that's where we're struggling.
If we talk like this, we need longer duration. Whole evening can be spent. A lot of stories, a lot of Jamaican, a lot of Trinidadian, a lot of Barbadian, plenty, and they're superstars. And we all would like to know the stories of the superstars. Yes, next question.
Thank you, Devashish sir, for giving us a chance to interact with Sir Clive Hubert Lloyd.
It's not me, it's CAB.
No, it's your design. I am very humble, feeling humble at this point, and asking sir that when I first came to watch Test cricket at Eden Gardens, you were the captain in that Test match. And today I just want to ask you a very simple question, that in this revamp Eden Gardens, if you come with your that 1974-75 team, which format of cricket will you prefer to play here? ODI or Test match or T20?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. The point is,
In this new
in this year, you'd want to play any type of cricket here. The atmosphere is good, no doubt about that. And let me tell you that the longer game helps your shorter game. People don't realize that. So to me, I would have loved to play in this atmosphere. It has always been electric. The people go have been wonderful, and I don't think they've changed. So really, truly, it doesn't matter which type of cricket we play here. But I'm a test match man.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that it?
Thank you.
Thank you, Devashish, sir. Ladies, sorry about that.
Yeah, Mr. Lloyd. Mr. Lloyd, here you're right, I am on. Okay. Welcome to Eden Gardens. You have played in 74-75 series here against three spinners, Beji, Prasanna and Chandrasekhar. And I think Beji made you out for 5 runs. So which is the most typical bowler? Beji, Chandrasekhar and Prasanna. How would you compare these three spinners? And regarding Jagmohan Dalmia as an administrator of ICC, you have seen him very close, because he made it possible that South Africa plays their second innings here, and also he made it possible that Bangladesh gets the test status.
Yeah, so Alex Dalmia has been a very formidable person. I had some good moments with him. He was a very excellent musician. And he's done quite a lot, and I think he probably would have a part in this year. And Mr. Ganguly should be very proud of what they've achieved over the years. Where the spinners are concerned, when you made runs against Prasanna, Benny, and Chandrasekhar, you know that you were in a contest, because they were top-class spinners, and I enjoyed playing against them. It's not a lot about that. I presume a lot of people who played against them realize how great they were. I would love to see Chandrasekhar in a T20 competition. Good evening.
It's a test match at Eden Gardens. Immediately after the World Cup that India won.
Can you put it closer to you? Oh, because
Can you hear me?
yeah, now that you've done so, yeah.
Okay. You have memories of the test match at Eden Gardens immediately after the World Cup that India won in 1983.
Yeah.
So what is your memories?
Well, after India won that 1983 World Cup, and they played extremely well, it's not over than that. And we came here, and we there was great reception. Don't forget, I think we won all our one-day games here during that period. So it was wonderful. It's not over. Cricket in India, you have to love it. It's not over. And I've been fortunate to do so for quite a while. I'm starting my career here and in 1984. So I have wonderful memories, great memories of playing here, and I will cherish them for the rest of my life.
Mr. Naresh Williams.
Good evening, sir. Again, we have seen some of the best pace bowlers of different eras. Whom do you rank as top 3 best bowlers, pace bowlers in the world?
Oh, wow. You want to start with the West Indies, or you want to go overseas first?
The best 3, sir, of all time.
Yeah, well, I would say that you had Lily and Thomas. I thought about that. They were terrific. You had a guy called Gilmore who was not bad. Swung the ball around quite a lot. Then you had a fellow called Gart. From no, from Australia. We used to call him Mackenzie.
Graham McKenzie.
Graham Mackenzie. He was a terrific bowler. No doubt about that. You had Snow, Jones, Brown, England. Who else did we? Richard Hadley. I thought he was terrific. He was always on his own. He didn't have that great help at the other end, so he bowled for long hours. I wouldn't call Capel a fast bowler, but he was a hard worker because he was just one in there toiling away. What else did we have? Pakistan, you had Imran Khan. Saffron? Yeah, he was good, pretty good. They had one or two. There was a youngster that they had, but he had some back problems, and he was a very good bowler. I can't remember his name now. But there are not a lot more, during my time. Fast bowlers who were pretty good. From West Indies, well, we have Malcolm Marshall. I would put him at the top of the bill. Then you have Andy Roberts, who held the fort for quite a while. Michael Holding, Colin Croft, Joe Garner, Sylvester Clark. He was fairly lively and dangerous. But I think he played here, and you would have seen him, all those who were old enough. Roy Gilchrist. He was probably the fastest bowler we have produced, but he didn't play long enough. Les Hall will tell you that he was tremendous. Then you had Les Hall, Charlie Griffith, and there's another guy that you probably wouldn't know much about, Lester King from Jamaica. He was a pretty good bowler, but didn't play as long as he should have too. So those are the guys that I think that I can remember and remember fondly.
So we have a lot of cricketers here from various age categories. They are sitting here, so I'd like to just ask you that what will be your advice for the budding cricketers today?
Well, I think anything you do do it with a will. And don't just settle for playing for some club or whatever. You want to play for your country, and you want to play for a long time. You have to learn the rules. You've got to be fit, which is important, because if you're physically fit, you're going to be mentally attuned to what you want to do. And be a team person. It's important. And all those who are here, I wish you the best of luck, but don't blame anybody for your failure. If you're not doing things right, get in the net, get to the coach, work on your game. You know, we have a saying at home, the Lord only helps those that help themselves. So do it with a will. Go out there with a professional attitude, work hard, and it will pay off eventually. The world is your oyster.
Sir Clive, one more question.
Good evening, sir. I hope we feel that after Indian cricket, I mean the Indian, as an Indian, we are the most fond of West Indian cricket. So it is very painful to us when we feel that West Indian cricket is sliding. So what is the reason and what is the time actually the start of this?
Well, I don't have any more tears, but I think we need to look at our cricket in a much more, in a serious manner. We don't have a test player on our cricket board, which is a bit unfortunate. If you look at the other countries, you know, we have ex-cricketers taking part, either now coaching or helping the young players. We don't have that. And we now have fella Sammy, we have Brian Lara doing some mentoring, Carl Hooper. We need to do more of that. And it's quite obvious that if we want to get back at the top of the tree, we have to engage these players, and they don't come cheap. So the point is, we need to get players, past players, involved in coaching our young players, and we need the facilities.
Hope, sir, that is in future we are getting that type of cricket from West Indies.
I hope so too.
Sir, there is one last question from under 15 women cricketer. We have to take that, sir.
I'll tell him.
The last one.
Okay, I will definitely give him the opportunity. একটা মারাত্মক কথা কিন্তু ক্লাইভ বলে গেলেন, বললেন কাঁদতে কাঁদতে আর চোখের জল থাকছে না। ঠিক আছে, আপনারা কতজন জানেন জানে না, প্রবল অর্থকষ্টে ভুগছে ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ ক্রিকেট, কিন্তু ওদের যিনি প্রেসিডেন্ট, আইল্যান্ডের বাইরে গেলেই $1000 করে প্রতিদিন তার হাত খরচা লাগে, এবং সেটা ওয়েস্ট ইন্ডিজ ক্রিকেট বোর্ডকেই দিতে হয়। একটু আগেই উনি বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করলেন যে একটা মিটিং করতে, অর্থাৎ সমস্ত আইল্যান্ড থেকে যখন হয় তাদের ফ্লাইটে যেতে হয়, তো $70,000 একটা মিটিং করার জন্য। তো তাই সেই টাকা দিয়ে ওরা কোথায় পাবে টু অর্গানাইজ এ ডোমেস্টিক টুর্নামেন্ট ফর 4 days game? He is just trying to tell them, if you do not organize 4 days game, you cannot have better cricketers. So instead of bringing him on to the Assamir Katgora, আমরা শুধু একটা কথাই বলতে পারি, উনি চেষ্টা করেছেন, and the current generation of cricketers কি বলছেন জানেন? বলছেন ওরা জেলাস, ওরা জেলাস, God saves West Indies cricket. Yeah, কে আছে?
I just wanted to, the young lady that stood up just now, just 1 minute, that stood up just now. The other thing I wanted to let you know, it is important that you have to set goals, but set achievable goals. It's like when you're at school and you come home and you report, and your mother or father looks at it and you were 10th in the class out of 30. The next examination time, they want you to be number 1, 2, or 3. They want you to be up there. You have to set goals, and in order to do so, you have to work a little harder, you know, and that happens in cricket. Cricket is like life. The harder you work, the more reward you will get.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How would you rate the current Indian team?
Well, I think the current Indian team is a well-balanced team. I think now you have fast bowlers, you have good spinners, You have some of the best batsmen in the world at the moment. They're fitter. I think India have got a good chance of being champions for a long while. Be up there, you want to do, because they do have a professional attitude. Their work ethic looks good. And to me, they're the team to beat. And I'm proud to watch them, it's no doubt about that.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.